Radio. We make your eardrums bleed.
I just shoved a nuke up my pussy.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the formerly known as podcast. I'm your host, Reed Wilson, joined once again and back again by Trent Tatum. Say hello.
Hello, I'm here. I'm not wearing a hat today. Holy shit.
That's not what I told you to say. And Seth Butler, say howdy.
Howdy, y'all. This is Seth. I'm also not wearing a hat today.
Okay, hey, when I give you a little insight, you're gonna just say what I say, okay? Okay.
Yeah, we need to stick to the script here.
Stick to the script here. We got this planned out. We got a tight podcast for you guys, folks, today, and gals and thems. But first, order of business, as usual. You guys got anything to drink? You got anything out of a cleaner bottle? You got some kind of thing that's made with Fernets or Campari?
No, but I do have something in a Buffalo Phil's cup,
Oh, shout out the smallest wings in the world.
and it's it's a gin and juice, baby.
Oh, wow.
Rolling
I'm laid
Indo.
back.
Okay. Cool.
I'm laid back sipping on gin and juice. It's actually apple juice because the place where I got the juice didn't have cranberry.
Oh, I thought it was orange.
I thought it was orange too. I was just about to ask. That's what a
gotta
gin
be
and juice is
dude.
cranberry.
It's great, actually. It's great.
It's gotta be cranberry.
Gin and Welch's.
So, yeah, anyway, I always thought it was orange. I've never had it. I've only heard about it in the song. But I would always think that like gin, it's not mint, but it's kind of mint-y. And like, I didn't think that the orange would work well with it. So I was never attracted to that.
Yeah,
I had like a quarter of a gin and tonic over the weekend, and I almost died. Tonic water's so bad.
Yeah, it must be tough, man.
Yeah.
Gin's good. Tonic water, no good. No point.
Yeah.
Well, I've got a Rolling Rock
Oh, shocker.
extra pale lager, St. Louis, Missouri. And I've got the non-Ryan Stellhorn Memorial regular bleach bottle vodka shot. So not really looking forward to that. And also I just ate a salad.
Nice.
Like just finished a salad. So probably still some of that in my teeth.
A Caesar
In case you were
salad in
curious.
name only.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but I've got my college music history class on my mind right now because when I got the gin and juice, all I could think about was Snoop Dogg and with my mind on my money and my money on my mind, right? And then Seth is like, I got a Rolling Rock, and all I could think of was like a Rolling Stone.
Oh, I was thinking blowing Indo, you know. But anyway, I got a shot. This might be a double.
Oh, nice.
It's a big of caramel vodka because that's what I had left after I made this, which is a spinny with the vodka shot in it.
So it's
regular
caramel flavored?
Yeah, salted caramel flavor. It tastes real good if you mix it in with like some kind of like cider.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
Tastes gas with the cider, but like don't have no cider and don't have enough regular vodka. So
we're not really in cider season, it feels like.
And we're definitely outsider of cider season.
Well, speaking of like a Rolling Stone, I have a Bob Dylan topic, but I'm going to take this shot real quick. So cheers, everybody.
Apparently he got real weird and like he became like Christian and shit.
Yeah, he did for a while. I think maybe in the 80s or 90s.
I think he's still alive. Like, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
Sorry, I feel like we were talking about him in the past tense there.
Well, yeah, because that's when he mattered.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not important now. Like he's not putting out anything new that's good.
Well, hey, one of the people we tend to talk about here on this podcast, Zooey Deschanel. Just kidding, it's not Zooey Deschanel, but we haven't talked about her in a while. Yeah, what's she up to? Timothy Chalamet is apparently playing Bob Dylan in an upcoming Bob Dylan-centric movie.
I did hear that.
And I think it's because of this project where you see Timothy Chalamet walking around the streets of New York in like, you know, a ratty looking jacket and stuff. That people are talking more about Bob Dylan, but apparently Bob Dylan, like he received so many complaints from people he worked with, like fellow singers and songwriters and stuff like that, like Joni Mitchell, who is, you know, a famous singer-songwriter, famously was like, I kind of hate working with Bob Dylan. Obviously, he's very talented, but he reeks. like, we like wouldn't take showers and wouldn't brush his teeth and stuff. So he really was like a Rolling Stone out
And
there.
just smelled
no
like-
wonder only the ants are his friends, bro, and no one else.
He just smelled like week old cigarettes, I guess.
Yeah, like cigarettes and I don't know.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm smelling like a Marlboro with the Memphis Blues, again.
Wow.
That's funny.
Yeah. I like some of the Bob Dylan songs for sure.
Yeah, I like some of Bob Dylan's songs. What the fuck does he know about Christianity?
Oh man, that's funny.
Speaking about, you go. Sorry.
Were you gonna say speak about Northwest?
No, I was not.
No, I think it's Northwest. one of the West Kardashian children had a rap song that they released.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Nope.
They're like 10.
I wish I had millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Dude, Kanye's new wife,
That's all.
like, he was getting a lot of backlash because like he normally dresses her up in like no clothes. That she had her dress up in like a big old Furby suit, and she was walking down around town and had like a big old Furby costume on. It was pretty funny, I will say.
Nice.
But I was gonna say, speaking of cameras and being in the know, you guys know what Pokemon Go Community Day special Pokemon is for the month of April? It's a special Pokemon, and they have a community like every month, wherever to get people out and enjoy the game of Pokemon Go that we all liked for like 2 weeks. Right?
Pokemon Go to the polls.
Yeah, Pokemon Go to the polls. But now you can Pokemon Go and catch a specific Pokemon on this community day. Do you guys know what it is?
Okay, so
It's a grass Pokemon. I'll give you that, and you can pick one of the 130 of them.
Yeah,
you brought this up relative to cameras, but I don't think that there's a camera. There probably is a camera Pokemon, but it wouldn't be grass type. But maybe that's a separate.
Well, no, you use the camera on your phone.
Oh, because you got to swipe
to get the
throw them.
Pokemon. Because like the thing that no one did, but you could also like have the Pokemon like be in your room or whatever,
like dance
with it.
around or whatever, like the
Yeah,
hot dog
catch-
on Snapchat.
Yeah,
if you
can
wanted
catch
your
'em.
hand, if you wanted your 2016 phone to burn a hole through your hand,
Yeah,
could do
die.
That's true too.
You could do
That's
that.
funny. So grass type Pokemon, is it
It's
a
original
fan favorite?
original 150 Pokemon. It's original.
Oh, that's kind of lame.
and it's grass.
Squirtle. The other one.
ooh.
Sorry, the other one.
I think it's the egg one. What's the egg one? Was he original 151?
Execute.
Togepi.
Yeah.
Execute. It's not execute.
Okay, I just thought that would be a bad pick.
It's Bellsprout.
Oh, that sucks.
Okay.
Well, his Bellsprout, who is Pokemon number 69, and this year's Community Day in April is on 420.
Okay. All right. That makes it a little
So it's
cooler.
420. You can catch 60 Pokemon 69.
That's cool. I
Yeah.
like that.
You back in on Bellsprout?
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
I think I'm still out on Bellsprout, to be honest. It's not a good
420,
design.
69.
Nah,
Okay.
But come on,
Choose-
420, 69, bro. It's
Think of
nice.
a more bong shaped Pokemon though.
Rotom.
What?
Well, that
You
doesn't
just
count.
turn him into
Whatever.
a bong.
Rotom
What
bong
Pokemon
form?
would you like to eat
The ice cream.
or smoke
Vanilla. Because I
or,
want to eat
or
vanilla.
drink? You want to eat the ice cream Pokemon? As a vegetarian now, oddish.
Yeah, that's not a
Lame.
bad
Probably
choice.
be fine.
Not a bad choice.
I'd smoke Oddish.
Sure.
I'd
think
roll
Torchic.
Oddish up.
I think Torchic would be good.
It's it's just a chicken.
Yeah.
It's a spicy chicken.
Yeah.
Spicy chicken. Yeah.
I get. Oh, then give me Rayquaza. Fry him up like some calamari. Big ass motherfucker fried up.
Oh, I want the sushi Pokemon, the new one that's just sushi.
Oh,
That's
Tatsugiri?
They're like 10 different of the sushi Pokemons too.
Yeah, you can get an orange one, a yellow one, and a red one. I
Yeah.
love the red one and the orange one are better to me. Because that's the one I like to eat.
I don't want to do the trash Pokemon.
Yeah, I
That's
don't
for
want to eat Grimer.
I don't really want to eat a ghost Pokemon either.
It'd be kind of weird. But yeah, I'd vape Gengar or something. You vape up a ghastly or some shit.
That's good. That's good.
Shit,
Yeah, I would
dude.
love to like if I could get Ludicolo in the rotation with me, that would be fire.
Yeah, he would be fun.
We passed the Shuppet around.
Shut it.
All right, but yeah, that's
Okay, we
what-
might be too deep into the.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's out of there.
Yeah,
Well, speaking of
You're
other child,
starting to lose a co-host here. Come
well,
on.
speaking of other child, you want to go with childhood movie or childhood food?
Let's do food. We're on the
Ooh,
foods
yeah.
now.
Yeah, you guys see that Lunchables have lead in them now, or have had that lead in them for a while.
No,
It's just
dude.
coming out now.
Damn, you're telling me that I've been making fun of boomers for at least 5 years for eating too much lead as a kid. And then I've just been fucking up a Lunchable the whole time.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. That's kind of what I was thinking as well. I was like, well, this sucks because like
Yeah,
I ate
that
a lot of
really fucking
Lunchables when I
blows.
was younger, but maybe they're new. I didn't look into it. All I did was read the headline. You know, I didn't really I didn't drill into the news that I chose. That came across the timeline. That just kind of went there. But tough news.
Well,
Holy shit.
Definitely that little red stick that you spread the sauce with definitely had lead in it.
you know, and I don't know that much about these manufacturing processes and stuff like that, but like, I don't know. I wouldn't think that had lead in it. Like, call me crazy, but it's like, I just don't know how this stuff gets in there. You know,
Yeah,
this is like, it's a, you know, I don't know how rare it is, but it's like lead. It should be, you know, in the earth, whatever. Leave it there.
well, it makes shit sweeter. People used to put it in their wine.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that is nuts.
That's why a bunch of people went crazy back in the day because they put lead in their wine because it made it sweeter, which is.
I'm actually.
definitely- But I mean, if you
I'm on-
die at 35 or
Back in it.
pull back Audacity up.
Should we do a cold open here?
Yeah, we're back. It's cold. We're freezing cold open. It's chilly.
Yeah.
Whatever we were talking about before, we're no longer talking about it now. We're talking about
Hey,
something
we can
else.
talk about what we were talking about. We were talking about lead and Lunchables. All right.
Yeah.
We were talking about lead and Lunchables, and Seth and I, whenever the audio shit happened, you guys didn't hear anything about it, but it happened.
No one heard it.
But anyways, Seth and I were kind of talking about these articles that we found, and I found one on USA Today talking about these Lunchables, and it says Lunchables shouldn't be on school menus due to lead and soda. Consumers Reports tells USDA. And it goes on to say that an advocacy group said it tested 12 store-bought Lunchables products made by Kraft Heinz and compared to similar lunch and snack kits from other manufacturers. Although none of the kits exceeded any legal or regulatory limit, the tests uncovered relatively high levels of lead, cadmium, and sodium in the Lunchables kits. So
Well, if it's not breaking any limits, then it's a-okay. You know what? 'Cause I trust
That's
our
right.
regulators. You know what? That's
for sure. It goes on to say that classified as a human carcinogen, cadmium has been linked to kidney and bone disease as well as cancer, according
Makes
to the
some
World
bitchin'
Health
eggs, though.
Organization.
they got good eggs.
However, because cadmium is a natural element present in the soil, it can't be altogether avoided. As for lead, no safe level exists for children consumption. So there you go, man. There you go.
Right.
If we die, blame Lunchables. Hey, you know what
I think is
we
what?
should be able to get into like a class action lawsuit about that, though.
Oh yeah, I mean, if they've still got lead, imagine what they had 20 years ago when we were pounding these things.
Oh yeah,
Damn.
dude.
When I was trying to collect all little pieces of this like Fantastic Four promo they had going on, I remember going crazy for Lunchables during Fantastic Four, whatever that shit was. People are getting pissed about new Fantastic Four. Apparently, the new Silver Surfer is a woman, and people are not happy about it.
Everybody knows women can't surf.
Yeah, everyone knows that women aren't silver.
No, the most famous surfer is in fact that female surfer who got her arm bitten off, the Soul
Yes,
Surfer.
Soul Surfer, Silver Surfer. You know, but really, everyone knows that a woman couldn't be the proxy for Galactus. Okay, that's really why everyone's upset. Oh wait, no one knows
Yeah,
the fuck
sure.
Galactus is, bro. No one gives a fuck about the Silver Surfer. But what you but
So
what
what
is
I
a
was
movie
gonna
that you
say,
should? Oh, okay, sure, Lunchables. Man. Let's talk about
whatever,
Lunchables.
man. Hey, before we get too far off of this Lunchables read, I want to have you guess something for me. All right. This
This is
Fine.
good.
article
This is
also
good.
this ends by saying all but one type of Lunchables kit contained harmful phthalates, dubbed everywhere chemicals for their prevalence in plastic. That can be linked to reproductive issues, diabetes, and some cancers. So, which type of Lunchable does not have as many microplastics as the rest?
The chicken nuggets one. The chicken nuggets one.
Wrong. It's the pizza. It's the worst fucking one.
Wait, no. The chicken nuggets one is definitely the worst one. The pizza's the best one.
Well, sure. I disagree.
I think I've really only had the pizza and the cheese and cracker and ham one, honestly. But
Yeah.
also, I don't think that, call me woke. The pod's going woke again. This is 2 weeks in a row. I don't think that Galactus, whoever that might be, has a gender or cares about people's genders. He's like a celestial being or whatever. Like
Yeah, all
he's
he
an
cares about
ancient
is-
evil.
His whole deal is sucking up planets. I don't think he gives a shit. What? He just kind of slurp
Yeah,
up a
yeah,
little
yeah.
planet.
He's
Oh my
And
definitely
not a lunch. He probably doesn't want Earth anymore though, because there's too much lead on it.
Galactus
But-
is definitely non-binary, and he's like sexually attracted to planets. All
I
right?
don't think he's woke at all, but yeah, I don't think that he is. I don't think he conforms to gender roles, but not in like I'm an ally kind of way. It's like, I'm gonna eat you regardless of your
Yeah,
gender.
I think but he cares about the SFDA, the space FDA. He cares a little too much. He's not going to eat Earth because of the macroplastics
Right,
and all
right,
this
right.
shit that we got on.
That's
Yeah.
right.
So, anyway, speaking of the surfer, I don't know if you had more Fantastic Four.
Nah. I'm out of
Topics.
fantastic news.
New album came out by Vampire Weekend, and on that album, the worst song is called "The Surfer."
Agreed.
I listened to this whole album. I also have some takes about it that I recorded in my phone. I think I want to hear what you have to say about it, Seth, because you were the biggest Vampire Weekend fan on this podcast.
Yeah. So I listened to this album I listened to it probably like 10 times, honestly. I listen to music when I'm doing work. And a lot of times I just put on my Discover Weekly or whatever, but I've been doing albums a lot recently. So I just listened to this like over and over and over again. The first couple times I listened to it, I was like, nothing really stuck out to me. Like it wasn't like, oh, this song is really cool.
Kind of sounded a lot like Father of the Bride.
Nah, I think it sounded not enough like Father of the Bride.
I mean, from like first listen through, you're like, is this the same? Is this the same?
Yeah.
I only listened to it one time because I didn't like it.
You should go back and listen to it again, I would say.
I don't
I
know.
think it's great now that I've listened to it 10 times. And whether that's like a Stockholm syndrome thing, like The Surfer, not very good. The rest of the songs, the first song, Ice Cream Piano, which I don't know what that is supposed to mean. The title of that song, also fine.
Yeah. Right.
The rest of the songs are good. Like it's good. There are 2 songs that like whatever, but the rest of it I really enjoy. I think that I haven't had enough time to listen to the lyrics and stuff, but I think it's like probably something that would be meaningful to us. I think it's a lot about like, he talks a lot about generations. I say he.
Mhm.
I think Vampire Weekend really used to be a band, but then everybody else quit except for the main guy.
Like
Ezra
Koenig.
Koenig, the main man. And so I think he's obviously older than us, but I think a lot of it's about like, everybody hates millennials now. What am I going to do about that?
That's not me. I don't know.
What, dude?
Maybe that's why I didn't like
weird
this shit.
fucking take. What a weird fucking take to have.
I'm
He's
not
like,
a millennial.
millennials have it really bad because everybody thinks we're lame. What the fuck?
They are lame.
I think there's more to it than that.
Yeah.
But anyway, I
That's
really
a lame
enjoy it.
Take. That's a lame take. Whatever.
Well, my notes of this were
Yeah, let's hear it.
punk.
That's good. That's good. The
Also,
Canadian A-punk.
auto mid,
Okay.
and those are 2 of my the regular version of the song I really like, but it's kind of like a watered down Cage the Elephant album from like a couple years ago. A
Yeah.
lot going on in the songs, but they don't do anything for me. And Pravda is the only good song on it.
Oh wow,
Ooh,
okay. I
okay.
like Pravda. That's okay.
I kind of have a different take.
Let's hear it.
I didn't like Pravda. Also, I feel like on this podcast, I'm maybe it's common knowledge that I'm the least Vampire Weekend fan.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with them. It's just like their whole sound to me screams like 2009.
And they're millennials.
Yeah.
So I hate them for that.
They're just not
Everybody hates millennials now.
I think indie pop. Come on, whatever. But anyways, I really liked Connect. And
Yeah.
let me tell you why I really like Connect. It's because it has that sweet stand-up bass throughout the whole track.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? Somebody's plucking that freaking giant standing bass.
That's something
That's
that Vampire Weekend does well. Is they're like, let's just put somebody with an organ on this song. Let's do like some weird like East Indian instrument on this one.
For sure.
I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, so for me, Ice Cream Piano, the first song on the album, not my favorite. Then there's Classical, Capricorn, Connect, and Prep School Gangsters, which are all, in my opinion, the best tracks on the album, and they're all
Prep School
pretty solid.
Gangster is the best song.
That's
And
a good
like
song name. I wish I remembered it at all. I
The
listened
rest
to
of the
it.
songs, the rest of the songs on the album, not my favorite.
It was the whole album. I was like, oh, I don't really give a damn about none of these. And then Pravda came on, like, I like this one, and then I didn't like anything else. And Pravda's like the second to last song.
Yeah.
Hey man, it's the Russian word for truth.
Yeah,
That's
it's the
all I
only
know
one that
about that
sounds
song.
like their last album. Like the other ones suck. All the other ones sound like ass. They're just like not as good as their older shit. But I only like their most popular songs from their other albums, and then their entire last album.
So I listened to another album today,
Okay.
by a band called Bleachers, who may or may not share a lot of similarities with Vampire Weekend.
Too many.
I'm not sure. This album was horrible. It has one awesome song on it. It's called Modern Girl.
The one you shared on your story?
Yeah, I put it on my Instagram story today. That song is so good. So this album did something that I think the Vampire Weekend album didn't, where it had one really good song and the rest of it was bad. I think the Vampire Weekend album, it's all good. There's not really one thing that stands out as being awesome. But this Modern Girl song is great. Don't listen to the album though; it's bad.
Yeah, right. Well, let me tell you guys this. We're talking about bands that originated, 15 years ago, maybe, or more. You guys, maybe give you guys a little bit of homework if you're feeling up for it.
Okay.
Listen to the Black Keys album, Ohio Players. All right.
I saw that came out as well.
It's pretty cool. There's some weird surprises on there. In my opinion, not as good as the Vampire Weekend album, but still worth a little listen. All right.
Okay.
So that's my.
It's a lot of samey stuff on the Vampire. It's like I've kind of heard these songs before, sort of, but like nothing's crazy's happening on these. Nothing's like, it's like when you're reading a mediocre essay or whatever, and like your teacher's like, you need a hook. You need something to grab you. This wouldn't give me. Like if these were a thumbnail, I'd skip right past them, which is something I know since we make a lot of videos with thumbnails that people skip right past.
That's funny. I don't know how critically if people view this thing well, but I don't know.
Right.
It is also crazy that this is, I like to have an interesting stat. I don't have a stat here, but like one of the lyrics that I remember from Vampire Weekend's previous album, from a song called 2021. This album came out in 2018. It's like they're talking about how long it is from when the album came out in 2018 until 2021.
No, that's the song "How Long."
Oh, sure.
From
It's 2021.
No, those are both songs on there.
Yeah. Anyway,
on
yeah,
the 2018 album.
Yeah. Anyway, it's 2024 now, which just kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's been 6 years since that previous album came out.
How does it make you feel, Seth, that it took them 6 years to put out this album?
I like the album. I think it's. I'm happy with it. You know,
5 years to
obviously,
get 10 mediocre songs, kind of crazy. Last one had like 20 on it.
the last one did have hella songs on it. That's true. That's true. So
That's funny.
Well, speaking of
There's also
mediocre,
another album.
Oh.
There's also another
Thanks.
album, really quick, that came out at the same time as this Vampire Weekend album, by a band called Wine Lips, and they're like a psych rock band.
Psych.
Very, very cool, very interesting and new. They're from, I think, Toronto. It's called Super Mega Ultra. If you want to give that one a listen to, just saying, it's kind of
Okay.
cool. I sent it to one of my friends, and they said this sounds like it should have been in like a Tony Hawk Pro Skater video game. So there
okay.
you go. There you go.
And you guys have obviously been spinning the new Beyonce album, Cowboy Carter, right?
I have not, but my homie Kevin loves that shit. He says it's real good.
Yeah, you
I
know
haven't
what?
listened to it yet.
I don't
Country,
listen to
country
music
and
anymore.
R&B are like maybe my two least favorite genres. So
I don't like new country.
So it's a
music.
miss for you.
Yeah.
yeah,
I don't vibe with snap clap beats and new country music, so maybe it's okay, but it's not my jam. Actual movie song recommendation. I like "The Way You Kiss Me" by Artemas. It's real popular going around TikTok. It's fun, catchy song. Got a TikTok vibe to it. But if
Yeah.
we have to pick it from this one, it's gonna be Pravda, because that's the only good song on there.
Sure.
Pravda.
Sure.
Pravda.
I would say Prep School Gangsters. Check that one
Yeah,
out.
say
Um,
Prep School Gangsters and Connect.
Speaking of country music, did you guys hear the news coming out of Morgan Wallen's corner?
Did he
No,
collab
dude.
with Jelly Roll?
Morgan Wallen apparently is responsible for 30% of all country music listens,
Ew.
which is
And,
a
like, he's a
crazy
producer-
statistic.
Is he a producer or his songs are just
No,
really popular?
He's an artist. You would recognize some of his songs.
Was he last night? Is he the last night guy?
Last night we let the liquor talk. That one.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
That's him.
He was arrested a couple days ago for throwing a chair off of a 6-story building in downtown Nashville, and he faces between 1 and 3 and 15 years in prison for 3 counts of like reckless endangerment. Of like,
the
you
fuck?
could have killed multiple people by throwing this thing down 60 feet.
But meanwhile, this past weekend was WrestleMania, and tons of chairs were thrown, and none of them are going to jail.
That's good. That's funny.
That is funny. Yeah, I guess maybe he just thought he was in St. Louis or whatever. They had WrestleMania. Not Nashville.
Funny. That's
But
wild. I gotta admit, though, I feel like 15 years may be a little steep.
I think
I don't think he'll get
no
15
time.
years.
I think
But
he's going to pay some money and then be fine.
I think he's a shithead, and I think he should go to jail. I don't like Morgan Wallen at all.
I
He's
feel
been
like-
he's been in trouble a lot before.
Yeah, I feel like he was like the country singer that there was like some shit going around Alabama where they're like, oh, he's kissing everybody at Alabama. Was that
Yeah.
him?
Real
He was
bad.
supposed to be on SNL, but then he was violating SNL's COVID protocols because he visited Tuscaloosa.
That's
Roll
right.
Tide.
That's right. He was making out with a bunch of fucking 19-year-olds at fucking what's the place?
Rounders.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
Rounders, that place.
Tridelt.
Yeah.
Data.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't watching WrestleMania, but what I did see this past weekend was Monkey Man, which is a new
Ooh.
A24 movie. Actually, not A24, new Monkey Paw. It's a Monkey Paw production, which is Key and Peele, which is Keys.
No,
King
it's
of
the
the
other
King.
one. It's Jordan Peele. It's
Jordan Peele's thing. But real quick, little aside, as a throwback to one of Trent's VHS segments where he talked about The Mummy.
Yeah. Ooh.
The Mummy is coming back to theaters.
Yo, are you for real, dude?
I'm being for real. So you can see The Mummy in theaters like
That's
either
so
this
cool.
month or next month. I
I'm
got a
gonna
preview
watch
for
it.
it
I'm
at
gonna
the
do it,
for
dude.
Monkey Man. But Monkey Man, it was like advertised as Indian John Wick, and it's like it's only Indian John Wick for about 45 minutes of the hour and 54-minute movie. There's a lot more setup. There's a lot more like setup and background to this one than in John Wick. I think it's pretty good. It's Dev Patel. He's the Green Knight. He's David Copperfield. He's Life of Pi, I think.
He was in a movie called Lion, which I watched.
I think this
That's
is
the
the
only thing I saw with
first
him.
movie I've seen him in, but I know
Yeah.
of him, right? Pretty good. It's a pretty good movie. He plays the kid, and like some fucking bad guys like torch and burn his whole village and kill his
Oh
mom and
shit.
stuff. So then he's pissed, and he starts off the movie being. Then he grows up, and he's getting his ass beat, and he starts out being not good at killing people and doing fights. He
That's
kind of
good.
botches one, and then he goes, and then he trains up, and then he comes back and kills everybody. Pretty cool
Nice.
movie.
Damn. Okay.
It's pretty
All
pretty
right.
good. It's like 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
Way better than King Kong.
I did notice
Yeah.
here on the doc you gave a score.
Yeah,
What's that all
one out of
about, man?
1 out of 10. He's not actually a monkey.
Okay. All right.
You thought it was
Just
going to be
because-
like King Kong again.
Yeah, that's what I was going for. No, he's
This
just
is gonna be
it's
like George, Curious George meets Taken or something.
yeah. Come on, it's like where's the man in yellow? But like it's more of there's a big analogy to this spiritual hero called Hanuman, who's like a monkey man. He's kind of like Superman or whatever, blah 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 blah. Blah, but he's not an actual monkey. So trash. No, it's
Let
good. It's a
me-
good movie. I like
let
it.
me tell you some things that I heard about this movie.
Okay.
Not sure whether they are true. It's not about the plot of the movie. It's about like the release of the movie. But this was originally going to be a Netflix film.
Yep.
And apparently Netflix kind of wanted to distance themselves from it because this has something to do with like Indian politics or Indian social issues.
Yep.
And so Netflix was like, oh no, Jordan Peele, you can have it.
And it's hella violent. So Dev Patel, his movie got bought by Netflix for $30 million, and then
Okay.
Netflix sold it to Jordan Peele for like $10 million. So like,
Oh shit. That's
Wow.
crazy.
so Dev Patel's making money. This is a directorial debut. Like he acts and he's like a director of this movie, and he wrote it, and he's an actor in it.
Yeah.
Like, so he cleared money on this movie.
He's
and it's
making
pretty
money
good.
even if people don't even watch his movie.
Yeah.
But it's a good
like,
movie. I
that's
recommend
crazy.
seeing it. I don't know if you have to see it in the theater. I like to see movies in theaters, but
Mhm.
So, but did you pick up on these political issues or why this would be problematic for Netflix
absolutely.
to have?
Problematic for Netflix to say only if they're a bunch of pussies, but like also, it's pretty gruesome. It's pretty violent. Like he's biting people's noses off. Like his kind of go-to
Oh.
move is like, because he's not good at fighting for a long time. He's like biting people's noses, or like he'll
Yeah.
get like locked up, whereas like he can't really like he's fighting people and his hands are locked up because they're grappling and whatnot. You're just going to bite their face.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of gruesome shit. There's also it's a little bit of a spoiler, but he gets like taken in by a group of Indian trans people, and so they like kind of like rebuild him and do his training arc for him and whatnot.
Interesting.
Because there's like a historic like there's like a whole class of like these trans people in India who are like have been there for a long ass time, and like so I don't think Joe Rogan would like this John Wick movie because he's a creep and weirdo, but like it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And
it
like there's a
sounds
lot
cool.
of like
Fun movie.
classes of stuff where like big company goes in and steals the land that the natives live on. So I guess there's
Okay.
that. But
Sure.
I think it was more of an angle of like it's kind of tough on India. It's kind of weird for India, I guess. It's a little too mean for India or whatever. So Netflix didn't want it because they're a bunch of babies. But I thought the movie was good. It didn't nothing to detract from it.
Damn. Yeah.
The trans people come in at one point and start killing people too. I'm like, that's awesome. Let's go.
Nice. Oh, cool.
Dude, I feel like so you mentioned you mistakenly, I guess, mentioned A24.
They're making a lot of movies right now. A lot of movies are coming out.
Put 'em out.
Crazy, right? But
A
I
Civil
did
War
hear
is
something
them?
recently that this new Civil War movie, right, with Nick Offerman and who fucking knows who else is in there.
Mary Jane from Spider-Man.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever her
Kirsten
name
Dunst.
is. Yeah.
Right. Okay. But I've heard that this is A24's most expensive movie ever. And before I even knew that, I was like, this is probably the least I've ever wanted to see in a 24 film.
It's definitely not. It's not a horror movie. It's I saw some shit going on, so I looked into it because I'm an A-lister, AMC A-lister, you know.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not really interested in this movie at all.
Right? Or
No,
no?
we're fine. I think we should be okay. Just real quick, say something.
Hello.
No, we're good.
Hello, I am here too.
Yeah, we're back again. I don't know, fucking Monkey Man or whatever we were talking about.
I think we were on to Civil War. Are we recording now?
Yeah, we're recording now. Civil War. Yeah, I heard mixed things about it. I heard that like some people really like it, some people don't like it. Apparently, it's more about like war photographers and not the actual war itself.
Interesting.
Yeah, that is strange. I don't know. I just never really liked how they advertised it. You know, it felt too like it was trying to be political without being political.
Well, yeah, I think
I
that's
don't know,
something
it was weird.
I think something they definitely have to do is make it like, oh, this isn't just, the two political parties. Like,
Yeah.
I think that they've kept it close to their chest about like why exactly there is a civil war. So I don't know, but Nick Offerman is the president of the regular U.S., not of the seceded parts of the U.S. or whatever. And he seems pretty slimy and weird. So I'm sure he did some nefarious stuff.
Well, and he was gay in Last of Us, so he's probably a liberal. Even though California and Texas are on the same side in this.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to bring up is this map. So I haven't seen the movie. I would like to see this movie. Maybe I'm the minority here on this podcast. But based on this map that we've got here, we have California and Texas who are separate but like have an alliance together. And then you have the Western forces, which is basically like Minnesota through Washington, but just like the northwest parts there. You have the Florida Alliance, which is like Oklahoma to Florida. And then you have like everything else. And so Nick Offerman wins every time. He's got like from New York to like Colorado and like Wisconsin and Michigan and like Illinois. Like he's gonna win, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Just looking at this, like there's no way you lose in that situation. I don't know, but obviously it's a movie, so
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem interesting to me. A war movie. I don't know. I'm over it. I've never been a huge fan of war or military movies.
well, I'm kind of sick of the A24 stuff. I don't know. They're releasing too many movies. They're too out there. It used to be
They're
like,
getting
oh,
too-
maybe they.
Yeah, getting too big for their britches.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen a single one of their movies.
That's sad, honestly.
I think it's fine.
You should have seen Iron Claw.
I've seen
Iron Claw is their
everything
best movie
everywhere
ever.
all at once. I've seen that movie.
Oh,
That's it.
Yeah,
I haven't seen anything else, and I think I'm fine.
the Iron Claw is incredible. Just saying. I rewatched it again.
I've seen
recently.
Uncut Gems. I've seen Uncut Gems as well.
Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems. Yeah, so I've seen 2 of their movies, and I thought they were okay. Shout out
Oh.
Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems. What's she up to?
She was dating
her
Kanye, not anymore though.
Yeah. She's just out there.
Well, another movie that's coming out, you can see it tomorrow or tonight when you're listening to this. If you go to an AMC at select theaters for $5, you can see Shrek 2 in theaters for the 20th
What is
anniversary of
going
Shrek
on?
2.
I know what's happening here. It is the writer's strike and the actor's strike is catching up to us.
Yeah.
And so they're like, hey, you can watch The Mummy again. Hey, you can watch Shrek 2 again. That's so funny.
Guess what other movie I have that I'm gonna go see in May? That's an old movie. I have like I have a great seat for it too. I'm like right in the middle. It's like May.
Is it an anniversary of something?
Maybe I don't know, but it's a movie that we have definitely seen. Seth, I don't know if Trent's seen it. Trent's probably seen it. Ryan hasn't seen it. I can tell you that Ryan has not seen it.
Oh, it's it's a Star Wars film, but I don't think
it is a
I
Star
don't think
Wars
it's New
film.
Hope. I think it's going to be The Empire,
Empire
Strikes
Strikes
Back.
Back?
No,
Yeah,
too old.
Return of the Jedi,
Too old.
The Phantom Menace.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's kind of
Old
cool.
enough. Old
That's
enough.
cool. Yeah.
That's gonna be me. I'm gonna be sitting in there. I
Yeah.
I saw the second one and the third one in theaters. I think I was too young for the first one, so this might be my first time seeing.
Now this
the
is
fan-
pod racing.
This is movies. I'm gonna see it like 12:40 on a
It's gonna
Friday.
be sick.
Nice, dude. If they're doing that here, we don't have an AMC. I think you said it was AMC.
You gotta
I guess they
drive,
probably
like,
won't be
30
doing it,
minutes to
but
the- right.
we'll see. But I would like to experience that. So,
Mm.
I love the Star Wars.
Yeah, I think it would be really good to watch that movie for the first time in theaters.
Yeah,
Be a lot of fun.
would be fun. Would be fun.
Let me see the midichlorians. Let me see that Trade Federation.
You see Liam Neeson on the screen.
That's right.
Yeah, it's been a long time since Obi-Wan. The last time I saw him, or Kenobi.
I
What
want
was
to
the show
see
called?
the
Kenobi,
completely computer generated Yoda,
I
dude.
think.
Yeah,
Maybe Obi-Wan.
that's the only Yoda I want to see. I don't want to see musty puppet Yoda.
Puppet Yoda.
I want to see
Yoda,
I
come
want
on,
to see
dude.
CGI Yoda. I want to see the Yoda that does flips and has a lightsaber. One of the
That's
things
right,
that
that's
a lot of people complain about is like Yoda shouldn't have a lightsaber. Yoda shouldn't have a lightsaber. Yoda's a fucking Jedi. Of course he
Yeah.
should have a fucking lightsaber. What are you talking about? Crazy
Yeah.
that he wouldn't have a
Yeah.
lightsaber. Be
Yeah,
fucking-
he's good at it too. He's jumping around. He's, he just appears to be weak when in fact,
Yeah.
I think it's lame when Jedi's have only one lightsaber.
yeah,
Like you either should have one lightsaber that's got two blades on it, or I'll give you whatever Kylo Ren's got, that big one, or if you're holding the gun in the other hand. But
yeah,
one is not enough. They're not that big, and it's not heavy. It's
Yeah.
it's a-
Yeah, you're right.
you have
It's
so much
light.
extra room. Yeah. Why don't you just get a lightsaber that's like really, really wide, like or really, really long?
Yeah, dude. like a fucking Naruto ninja sword lightsaber.
Yeah.
just come out like trunks or stuff. Or why don't you ever just go a 20-foot lightsaber that you can turn
Uh-huh.
on and off real quick, and maybe so you go pew 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 pew. You can just shoot little lightsaber bolts. That'd be crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
dude.
I don't know. It's
dude.
like
Kind of uncivilized, but
we're yeah, I think that's the whole thing is they're like, oh, we're supposed to be these if you're fighting against, evil lightning wizard guy, you gotta, I don't know, do what you gotta do to take out evil lightning wizard guy.
Mhm.
Who I don't know if he did use a lightsaber. He did that spin move that one time. But
when you got the lightning, that's pretty. I mean, and he's not a Jedi, but if you got the lightning, do you
Right,
really need a
sure.
lightsaber? If you just
yeah, there should be
Yeah,
more lightning.
right.
He didn't do enough lightning, I think was his issue.
it's kind of lame he couldn't shoot it out of his eyeballs. He should be able to. If he's got unlimited power, why doesn't he have laser eye beams?
Yeah, if they put us in charge of the remake, we can do that. We can make them have cooler lightsabers.
If
It'll
I'm
be
gonna-
more like an anime.
If I'm gonna broadcast that I have unlimited power and I can't shoot laser beams out of my eyeballs, do I really have unlimited power? I don't think so.
Yeah, yeah. And then, if you think you're this crazy lightning wizard guy, it's like what you ultimately do is you're like, oh, we're gonna have all these dudes who dress in gray military outfits or wear this his armies and stuff are pretty lame compared to what they could be. Why isn't he training a whole bunch of other people to do lightning stuff or giving them lightsabers?
No,
He's
Seth,
like,
it's
no,
the
we'll just
power
do
of
regular.
Two. It's the power of two, Seth. Come on.
Yeah, I know. Which is maybe the worst rule ever. It's like there can only be 2 Sith people at a time. You're never going to win that way. I guess they did, but
Yeah, they
they
won.
didn't.
They only
in the
won
end.
3 times in a row.
I just think that they're really underutilizing. Well, you don't have to be anything to have a lightsaber. Give all the stormtroopers a red lightsaber. That would be tight. I don't know.
Come on, what about the Knights of Ren, bro? Why aren't they doing enough?
Yeah.
Dude. You know it'd be pretty rad. I've just kind of been zoning out when you guys are nerding about this shit.
Sure.
But it would be pretty fucking cool if there was like a boomerang lightsaber.
It's like all of them.
Right?
They're like all boomerangs. Like that's like
Well,
the
yeah,
way they
I
throw it
guess
and
you're
they
right.
pull
If
it
you
back.
have the force, whatever, fuck off. Okay, never mind. Man.
You want
I'm
it
just
to,
trying
you
to
want it to
relate
be
to
real.
you freaking dweebs. I'm just trying to relate to you dweebs. I enjoy the movies. All right.
Oh, speaking of
No,
boomerangs,
boomerang lightsaber would be cool.
Fortnite's got Avatar now.
Which
Cool.
one? Nickelodeon Avatar or
Yeah,
the other one?
Nickelodeon Avatar.
Okay, nice. That's
Do they
pretty
have the
rad.
blue people avatars too, or no?
I don't think you'd be a Navi in Fortnite.
Mm.
Let us know who you want to be in Fortnite and what movie that's old that you want to see in a theater,
Yeah.
or what kind of lead you like to eat in form of Lunchables.
Mine is Citizen Kane. Let us know who you think's gonna win in Civil War, the A24 film.
Yeah,
I
Biden or
guess.
Trump. That's good vibes only. We're the formerly known as podcast. Or the FKA, the podcast. You can catch us on Twitter, Instagram, X, Gmail, YouTube, all at FKA the pod. And
That's right.
that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for listening. Thank you for listening to the FKA podcast. And follow us on Twitter at FKA the pod.